Dyer. We're at the office today, and I'm going to show you around. Today we're at the actual physical golf house in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. It's actually at 2316 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho. And at that address, we occupy both Suite C and Suite D. Suite D is the public side. Typically, we'll host 1 or 2 meetings a year on this side of the building. But actually, Suite C is where a lot of the magic happens, a lot of tournament preparation, a few more offices, and well, some secret stuff that you'll get to see today. So come on in with me and let's take a tour of the office. Well, welcome inside the Sun Country Golf House. I'm standing in the reception area right when you walk in. Lots of information about the Sun Country Golf House hosted in the reception area. Every once in a while we'll get a new SCAGA member or even a PGA member come visit us at the office, and we like to keep it as welcoming as we can around here. If someone's on a call and they need to wait for someone, a little couch to sit on, and just basically your general reception area. Rob Lowry's office, to my left, your right. We're going to take an individual tour of each office, but just so you can kind of get an idea of where they are. Behind me, Barbara Saya's office. And this is generally where our USGA PGA Boat Ride intern will sit. We've been fortunate enough at the Sun Country Amateur Golf Association to be given a boat ride intern by the USGA, or a grant rather, and we love them, and this is typically where they sit. And why don't I get this call really quick? Good morning, thank you for calling the Sun Country Golf House. This is Nick. Sure, Daniel's in. Let me transfer you over right now. Hold on one second. Sorry about that, I had to get that call. We're always working at the Sun Country Golf House, but walk with me the Amateur Golf Association Champion Wall. This is typically where this is where we post all of our champions and keep our amateur perennial trophies. You can see that our New Mexico West Texas Amateur Trophy has no base. It's actually off getting engraved. A lot of the trophies that I'm about to show you are perennial, and they need to get sent off to get engraved. The Senior Amateur Champion, the Players Championship. This, as you know, is the overall champion in the Sun Country area between amateurs and professionals. Everyone gets to play in this event, and this year an amateur is the champion, so it gets to reside on the amateur side. And you can see on the wall behind me the last year's champions of the SCAGA events. Moving on, in between the two champion walls is the Challenge Cup champion. The Challenge actual cup, you'll see in a second, it's residing on the professional side because they are the reigning champions. So continuing on, the PGA Wall of Champions. Again, all of the section events and the ancillary PGA events like the New Mexico Open, the champions reside on this wall. And speaking of the New Mexico Open, really kind of the centerpiece to all of our perennial trophies. Some unbelievable names on here, and really holds a lot of Sun Country Golf House history. So very cool piece, and we're very, very proud of that. And obviously, its size reflects our pride in that. Some of the other trophies, here's the Challenge Cup that I spoke of, again, residing on the professional side because they're the reigning champions. Our PGA Section Champion, and behind me some more, the Assistants Championships, our Pro Team Champion, and so on and so forth. This, we're really proud of this area. It holds a lot of history, and particularly proud of having this one at our office, especially with our name on it. This is the Taylor Cup, us versus the, and when I say us, the Sun Country PGA versus the Colorado PGA, and in 2012, the Sun Country PGA are the champions. So, but anyway, this is where we house all of our perennial trophies, and you can see that we can easily take a break if we need to and relax on the couch. So I'm going to take a quick nap, and follow me at the rest of the office. Once I wake up, I'll come get you. Ready to go. So let's continue with the tour. So follow me through the kitchen. Not a lot to show here. Just we keep our lunches in here, and just regular food stuff. So, but lots to show you in the conference room. Well, not lots, but lots of stuff happens in here. You can see that Dana's laptop right now is connected to the TV. This setup is very popular for us at the Golf House. We often have things to share that we need done together in a group. And so the easiest way to do that is to plug somebody's laptop in, be able to see what they're working on and give feedback and whatnot. Not only do Golf House staff members use this room, but oftentimes a golf association, a ladies club, or even a group of PGA professionals will need a meeting space, and we let them do that if the time fits, and we can help them out. We're happy to do that. So lots of stuff happening in the conference room, lots of magic, if you will. Behind the conference room is my office, and let's take a look at what I do and where I do it. So my office is definitely tournament central when it comes to the Sun Country Amateur Golf Association, the Sun Country PGA, and all events that the Sun Country Golf House is doing. You can see lots of scoreboards, Challenge Cup from behind you, some of my personal scoreboards, just some mementos from when I was playing, and just things. I wanted this office to feel like it was tournament central, and the scoreboards help you do that. This is from this year's Challenge Cup. You can see that the PGA professionals were victorious, and I had some of the PGA members that were on that Challenge Cup team sign it as a memento. I love old scoreboards. I love the history. These aren't particularly old, but I just think they're really cool. One of the most important parts of my office is the calendar. Every Golf House event is on here, including reminders and application dates. There is a wealth of information that goes into this calendar, and I can tell you that I probably look at these, the 2013 and even referencing the 2012 calendar, I probably look at them anywhere between 10 and 15 times a day. And as you can see, I'm a little bit anal about them. I write with the ruler in a straight line to make sure that everything's neat and organized. I want a staff member to come into my office and look at the calendar and not only be able to read it, but be able to add to it if they have the need to do that. My volunteer list, the lifeblood of my SCAGA championships and otherwise. I could not do the events that I do without these men and women, and this is a great list. This really helps me to see who's signed up under our new sign-up system, when I need to email them, things like that. I keep a running list essentially so that anybody in the staff can say, oh, sure, Bill Lutz is signed up for the Wimberley Cup. Let's give him a call, and you know, it's just really one-stop shopping as far as the volunteers go. And again, I couldn't do what I do without them. Definitely need to get my reps in. So we've got a little bit of a putting course or competition set up. Some of the staff members, though they have to hit this one lefty, come in every once in a while and hit putts. And then my office is the dual computer office. This is also not only Tournament Central, but Sun Country Golf TV production studio. So my big boy here does a lot of video editing, and we want to make sure Sun Country Golf TV is always up to date and always providing you with content that you want to see. So a lot of that happens here. And then, you know, just other standard office things. I've got radios down here. You know, this is where they charge when they're not at championships. I've got all my host contracts. Do I have anything funny in my office? Gosh, I do. Toothbrush and toothpaste. I brush my teeth after lunch, so that's a little bit odd. So we'll make sure and find something kind of funky in everybody's office. And lastly, if you turn to your left, my right, the plotter printer. All of the scoreboards and sheets that you saw, you can see that we've got some old ones in there. All are printed in-house, and everybody on staff designs their own for whether it be the Junior Tour or the SCAGA Championships. This is a really amazing tool that we're really lucky to have. Making scoreboards in-house not only saves us a lot of money and saves both associations a lot of money, but gives us the freedom to make them however we want to make them. So really neat. I didn't even notice I'm giving something away here, but maybe something you'll see in the future. Some SCAGA logoed microfiber towels, logoed both sides. I'm not going to tell you what that's for, but now you've seen it, so I can't really take it away. moving on, we're going to go over to the executive director's office and see what he's got for us. So follow me. We've got an extra table that has some work on it. Looks like Daniel's got some junior tour stuff going. Again, the really cool thing about this office is there's tons of space for us to do work. So if someone's got a meeting in their office or whatever it may be, there's always a table to lay stuff out and make sure that everything's organized. So Dana's got the corner office, the penthouse over here. So let's take a look at and see what he's got. First, right off the bat, you can see that Dana's got some Skittles. Dana is a big fan of Skittles, and this has a multitude of different flavors, so it's electric. It's pretty cool. He likes a small workspace, but what I do want to bring your attention to is if you'll come in further, you'll notice that his schedule is correlative to a board, and he's ultra organized. He's got some post-it notes. Big theme in this office is organization. So many events going on, so many things that the golf house is running, so much golf being played that if we don't stay organized, it's going to be tough business. So I don't know if he's got anything funny in his office. I don't want to look through his drawers, so we'll have to ask him later. But that's the executive director's office. Daniel Hayden's office, our junior tour director. His office is right next to my office right here. As you can see, we share a window. I peek over and make sure that he's happy and throw him some Skittles if I can. But if you come on in, you'll notice that very small workspace, but tons of important information goes on in here. The 2013 e-revision schedule. Daniel, as a part of his duties, does the e-revision that you get on the 1st and the 15th of every month, and they're all planned out, or he plans them out months ahead of time. We want to make sure and get you the most up-to-date information that we can, and the planning space helps him do that. Above to the left of his desk, your right, you'll notice this is the Skagit District map, for our board of directors. We want to make sure and know if somebody calls and asks, hey, you know, a Skagit member, hey, I want to be on the board, what district am I in? That happens a lot. Daniel needs this ready. So me sitting at Daniel's desk, don't tell him I'm doing this, but he gets a lot of work done here, and that phone rings a lot. The junior tour is a huge part of the Sun Country Golf House, and Daniel does a phenomenal job, and we're so happy to have him. And I know for a fact that he's got something funny in his office because I'm looking at it. So if you'll step back and kind of look through his window, he's got a giant pencil, and he's always threatening to use the giant pencil on us. And to match his giant pencil, he's got a giant quarter. So it's kind of his, I guess, his giant windowsill. So I think he's looking to add to it, so we'll try to find him something giant to add to it. Now that we've seen the C side of the office, we've got to go back across and look at those other offices. So let's do that. So directly across from me right now is Rob Lowry's office. We're going to take a look at Rob's office. Rob Lowry's office. Rob is our resident PGA professional on staff. Rob was a longtime teaching professional at Santa Ana Golf Club, and he's really proud of his PGA of America affiliation as a PGA professional, and obviously you can see that by his blanket on the wall, monogrammed with his name. But Rob's office is festive year-round with the Christmas lights, so we love coming in here. Rob, as the Director of Player Development, oftentimes has guests, and you'll see by the sitting area, members or non-members will come in and talk about being a member or, you know, anything that they need. Rob, you know, caters to their needs and oftentimes has people in here. So it's a very public-friendly office, if you will. Rob's calendar, again, everybody has one calendar or another in their office. Again, we are just so focused on organization in the Sun Country Golf House. It's a really great place to work. So I don't know if he's got anything funny in his office, but I'm not scared to look in his drawers. So he's got a guitar pick. I don't know. he's got some post. I don't. He'll be embarrassed if I do that. But anyway, so that's Rob Lowery's office. We're proud to have him on staff, and he's a great addition as the director of player development. Next to Rob Lowery's office is Barbara Saya's office. She's the assistant executive director for the Sun Country Amateur Golf Association. And let's hop on in. Careful to avoid the T necklace. I'm not sure whether it's a necklace or some sort of old school weapon, but anyway, we'll ask her about that later. Very busy office. Definitely in the Sun Country Golf House, the phone that rings the most. Barbara is a vital part of everything that the Sun Country Golf House does, but when it comes to clubs, handicapping, men's and women's clubs, anything that has to do with the GIN system, or pretty much the USGA in general, she is our foremost expert. So, as you can imagine, that phone rings a lot. There's not a whole lot else to show you in this office other than if you'll come over into the corner, she has some, at least my personal favorite, there's a little dancing monkey, and he does that. He does that. That's my favorite in Barbara's office. So walk with me in Teresa Sloan's office. She's our member relations manager for the Sun Country PGA, and she's got a lot of cool things in here. Come on in. It's been said that Teresa is the glue that holds the Sun Country Golf House together, and all of the staff generally agrees that that is definitely true. Lots of things go on in this office in regards to the Sun Country PGA, whether it be something to do specifically with a PGA member, the process to become a PGA member, any and all things Sun Country PGA happen in here and do a lot of living in here in general. So I know she's got a couple of funny things in her office. She's got a really great magnet here. I used up all my sick days, so I'm calling in dead. Teresa is our golf house resident comedian, so she always is coming in witty. But again, her office, everything Sun Country PGA, anything that has to do with that association is spending some time in this office. So again, unbelievably important, and we couldn't do the things we do without her. So let's keep going. And finally, my favorite room in the whole Sun Country Golf House, Project Mayhem. Doug Adams says that this mess is extraordinary and has to be seen to be believed. But if you don't have any particular need to believe it, then don't go look at it, because you won't enjoy it. I think it's awesome. Come on in, it's Project Mayhem. Now, it's a little bit messy now. Keep in mind that most of the stuff in here resides in the Sun Country Golf House Championship trailer over the course of a year. So for now, for the off season, it's been residing in here because we've been upgrading. New banners, new front signs, as you can see, as I'm sure you saw on some of our social media. Each organization got new signs for A-frames, for clocks, so things need to reside in the office because we're constantly working on them. But during the course of the year, not as much stuff in here. Walls are full of banners for every championship that we run, even general banners that are just welcome. Everything resides in here for the most part during the off season. A-frames for the clock signs that I just showed you. Tons of paint, USGA rules, clinic type things. Again, at any given time there's a multitude of things that could be in here, and we use this essentially as general storage. Moving backwards, if I can climb back here a little bit, tents, banners, boxes for score sheets, flags, golf bags. I got stuff falling on me. I mean, it's a little messy, let's be honest, but shirts for the volunteers, hats, anything you could imagine that pretty much needs to be stored is in our storage room, and that pretty much makes sense. But I'll admit, it does get a little messy back here. But you know what? It's okay. Thanks for watching Sun Country Golf TV. Be sure and like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter @SunCountryGolf. And be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Sun Country Golf TV, so you can get all of the updates and all of the information that we're providing via Sun Country Golf TV. I'm a little little stuck. I don't know the best way to... You think if I climb... Yeah, what if I go that... What if I... Oh, that might not have been right. Oh, no!
This has been a Sun Country Golf TV production.